You've all heard the phrase, laughter is the best medicine, but have you ever wondered how or why? Having studied many psychological case studies, I believe I may know the answer. In this speech, I'm going to cue you in on why we laugh, and why you don't necessarily need to know, it's good to know. Laughter. It transcends age, race, geography, and upbringing. It helps us create social bonds between us and the people around us, and it can increase our overall mood. Simply put, laughter is a subconscious response to something that pleases us. However, it's much more complicated than that. To understand just why we laugh, we first need to study the peculiarity and the psychology of laughter. Then we will see the human and non-human responses to laughter, and finally uncover the benefits of laughter in a stress-reducing, morale-boosting, medicinal way. Have you ever noticed how laughter is actually really strange? Whenever you think about the mechanics of laughter, it's really nothing more than just doing the opposite of gasping and making a strange sound with our vocal cords and stomach muscles. It's pretty strange, isn't it? Well, what is it that triggers these involuntary noises? Surprisingly, it has very little to do with our humor. As I previously said before, laughter is a subconscious response to something that pleases us. However, that's only part of it. Most laughter is not in response to jokes or humor, says Robert Provine, a professor of psychology and neuroscience. Humor, of course, ranges from person to person. But humor isn't the only thing that affects our laughter. Sincerity is another thing that affects our laughter. One incredible thing about our brains is that we can detect false laughter in a matter of seconds. Now you can easily pick up on someone who is genuinely laughing by telling if their nose is squinting, or if their eyes are squinting, or if their sound sounds genuine. But if you can tell that someone is false laughing by just not necessarily the great quality in their laugh and see that their face is doing nothing new, then it's fake. The crazy thing is that our brains can pick up on this in a matter of seconds. You've all heard that laughter is completely contagious, right? Well, it actually is. In 1963, in present-day Tanzania, 3 girls began laughing uncontrollably. They couldn't contain it, and it continued for weeks. After a few months, 2/3 of the school had this laughter disease. Now, this affected the school so much that the school was closed down. After a few months, over 1,000 people in Tanzania and the surrounding countries had this laughter disease. While this didn't leave any lasting effects, it does perfectly describe that laughter is completely contagious. Did you know that you are more likely, 30 times more likely, to laugh around other people? That is the reasoning behind sitcoms using a laugh track. This effect is used in laugh tracks all over the world because studies show that people are more likely to laugh and enjoy something when they know others are enjoying and laughing at something as well. Did you know that animals, in fact, have human-like emotions? Whenever you think of animals laughing, you think of the typical hyena. But did you know that primates, dogs, and rats even have a form of laughter? Now you might be thinking, what do these animals laugh at? Well, it's actually been proven that they enjoy tickling or roughhousing with others. And while we don't necessarily know any other animals that laugh, we can still study the animals by listening to the sounds that they make whenever they're happy. Speaking of happiness, laughter is an incredible mood booster and has several proven health benefits. Laughter increases blood flow and releases endorphins in the brain. A 2005 study by Michael Miller, director of the Center for Preventive Cardiovascular Diseases, measured blood flow of 20 volunteers before and after those watching a funny or sad movie. After the sad movie, blood flow was more restricted. And after those who watched a funny movie, he studied that the cells in their body were actually reacting positively to that. He could tell that endorphins in the brain had been released and that a creation of new cell-killing cells had begun. Now this might sound strange, but those cells actually helped fight against disease. Now your brain releases these endorphins when you laugh, according to Jacqueline Castello. These endorphins reduce stress, boost self-esteem, and alleviate depression. Laughter has been known to reduce stress by up to 39% because of these endorphins. So next time you feel bogged down or stress is piling up, just like your homework, find something to laugh about for a few minutes. I hope you now understand just why we laugh and why laughter is so important. Laughter serves as a multitude of things: a stress reducer, a social bonder, and a morale booster. So think about your health, your mind, and those around you, and laugh more. After all, laughter is the best medicine.